am going to participate in a project, a challenge called Carve December. This is a challenge that has been going on for several years, started by Julie Faith Ann Balzer. I'll put a link to her post about it on her blog. The idea is to carve a stamp every day in December. December, the busiest month of the year. How could I resist? I carved one a few weeks ago when the gal who got me started doing this, Vicki, you know who you are, suggested doing it, and I was trying to think of what I wanted to do. And she had carved some little corner stamps, and I'll show you how those work. This is the one I carved as a sample. This is not for Carve December, this is a sample. But what I think I'm going to do, since it's December, I am going to carve some ornaments. And I'm going to show you how this works. I got the pattern off of this. What this is going to be is a circle. This is the circle, my pattern sheet. And all I did was turn this jar upside down and trace around the lid. So here's my pattern. Then I just divided it into quarters. So this is the pattern that I've been using. I put it down on my Speedy Carve block and traced around it and cut out a little piece of Speedy Carve. And I did cut it out. It's just easier for me to work with a smaller piece than trying to carve this big, huge piece. This is Speedy Carve, put out by Speedball. It's a carving material, a rubber stamp type material that you can carve. I have the little Speedball carving set. It has 5 blades inside of the handle here. I'll be taking those out later. This is the little journal that I stamp off in when I'm doing my designs. I have done some prior designs, and I have showed these before, especially in my live sessions. These are some of the stamps that I've been working on that I've finished. Some little scissors. This is my Thanksgiving cornucopia, and I think I did an artist palette here. I'm going to show you how this works. This is archival ink, Ranger's archival ink. This is what I've been using because this is what I had in my stash. And I think that I have enough ink on here that I'm going to be okay to stamp off one. I'll show you how this looks. Now I need a little hanger, and I have not carved one yet. I will. But for right now, what I'm going to do is take an ink pen and just draw a little, I'll carve a little hanger that I can use on each one. And I'll make a little hanger here. That's just a sample of what it might look like. I might change it. I might make it a little bit larger. This is my Society for Idea Collectors journal. And of course, this is where I'm planning out my stamp designs. They're all going to be my designs. I'm putting them on a little sheet here. I'm just tracing out my little pattern 4 times, and then I sketch little designs of what I want to use. I won't be using them all. Some of them are just experiments. What do I like? What do I think will work? What do I think will not work? I'm thinking about this one down here in the corner. So let me take this out. I just have them taped in there with Scotch tape. A little piece of Scotch tape. And I'm going to work on this design. These others, well, that will be for another time. But this is fairly simple. These are just some flower shapes. And what is black is what will stay on the stamp, and what's in white is what I will use to carve. So let me cut this out, because I will be cutting it out anyway. So we'll just cut this out just like this. Put this back inside so I don't lose it. What I want to do is write on here December 1, 2017, so that I know that this is the pattern that I use for December 1. I use this soft lead pencil and darken the images that I want for my pattern. I'm going to put my paper right down here, face down on my stamp. And I just hold it in place and use my bone folder, and I'm transferring the graphite of that pencil, that soft lead pencil, off onto my Speedy Carve. Now, it doesn't look like much to you now, but I'm going to take a ballpoint pen. I'm going to use this ballpoint pen, and I'm going to detail this so that when I start to carve it, I have a well-defined area of what I want to carve and what I don't. And since I designed this stamp, I know where I want the elements to go. There we go. Now I'm going to start carving it. I'm going to use my speedball cutter, my speedball set here. And I'm going to start out using the number 1 V blade. You always want to carve away from you. So I'm going to get started carving. Now, I have carved with my number 1 V blade the outline shapes that I want on here. Now I'm going to go in and use a larger blade and detail it a little bit more. But I'm going to do that off camera. And then when I'm ready to stamp it off, I will come back. I got this per recommendation from Gina Ahrens. I got it at Walmart. It's Nina Bright White cardstock. This is what she likes to stamp on. It's her recommendation. And I'm just going to stamp off some tests here. Maybe I'll keep these, maybe I won't. What I'm thinking is that I'm just going to get 31 of these on here for each day in December, but I don't know. I might end up doing a final one at the end of the month. But we'll just go with this for now. So this is December 1st, Carved December. Now I'm going to set this aside, get out another sheet here, And I'm going to try to do a bulb on here, and let's see if I can't do it a little bit better. So here's the December 1st design. I'm really happy with it. When I do my other videos for the rest of the month, I will probably go into fast forward motion and just play music as you see me do my little mini composition books. But I wanted to go slower here so you would understand what I was doing.